Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Your Girl Lala's Kitchen. Today I'm cooking fried chicken strips with a mango dressing, collard greens, actually colored rice with chickpeas. Now just to show you a few ingredients I've harvested from my garden. I've harvested some freshly picked collard greens, some parsley, some basil, a few cherry tomatoes, one plum tomato, and a Scotch bonnet pepper. So come on with me as we prepare these dishes, okay? So we're starting off with our collard green rice, and we're going to bring our water to boil. Our water is boiling, and to our water we're going to add just like a half teaspoon of sea salt, and to this we're going to also add our collard greens. We're going to let this boil for a little bit, maybe 5 minutes before adding our rice, just to soften up the collard greens. Okay, also I'm going to add just a sprinkle of the dry basil. Butter. I'm gonna pour just maybe 2 or so teaspoons of olive oil. Okay, let that boil a little bit more before adding my rice. So now I'm gonna pour in my rice. I've washed it and I'm using jasmine rice. So once I put my rice in, I'm going to give it a good stir to mix up the greens with my rice. And we can always come back later on and do the same thing because the greens are going to float to the top. Okay, so now we're going to turn our stove down to low and let this take its time and simmer so the rice can be fully cooked. Okay, so we're progressing. So our next step is to mix our seasoning or dry powdered seasoning into our flour, and I'm using 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and this is going to be my dip for my or my coating for my chicken. And in this little bowl I'm also going to beat 3 eggs. Okay, and then I'll be ready to dip and coat my chicken before frying. So now I'm mixing up my seasoning and my flour. So when I coat my chicken, it will still have, you know, a nice taste to it. It's not going to be too fresh. And now I'm going to whip up my eggs. My pot is hot and I'm adding my oil, and I'm using that extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put enough oil in that pot so that my chicken will cook thoroughly. Okay, I'm coating my chicken in that egg. repeat the process, you know, twice if you want to, so it has that crispy taste, okay, or that crispy finish. And to know if your oil is ready, you can just dip a little bit of flour in there, and once it frizzles on the top, you know it's ready to cook. Okay, it's very hot, it's ready. So I definitely have to turn the stove down because I don't want my chicken to burn. And these are chicken strips, so they will cook quickly. These are the chicken breasts. You don't need such a high flame. You need a high flame or the high heat just to get your pot very hot. But after a while, you gotta turn that down so your chicken does not burn. Okay? Okay, so we're going to check on our rice. Want to see what's going on with our colored rice. Here it is. It's pretty much done. Just use a fork and just go through the rice. Give it a good stir so that all your grains will be cooked properly. And as you can see, my rice, it's not sticky, very grainy or very shelly, and my greens, it's looking very good. Okay, so after you have stirred up your rice, you can let it simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes before turning off your stove. My chicken is about done. The majority of this is complete. And I'm just going to show you another little trick that I have. Now this is the remainder of the egg and flour. I just mix it together, and I'm going to make those into like some little, you know, egg balls. Okay, so nothing get wasted. No extra flour go into the garbage or egg thrown into the sink. We're going to make egg balls, okay? Okay, so now we're going to take it into little scoops. So egg balls from our leftover flour. We don't want anything to waste. So our egg balls are cooking. Split those, and we're using the same oil, so because of the residue from the flour, as you can see my oil is a little bit dark, but that's okay. And make sure that my stove is down. It's turned down so it's not burning too much, so that these egg balls can cook. Okay guys, so like I said, I'm not wasting anything today. So we have some leftover scraps from our chicken breast. These are the bones, and we're just gonna make a little bit of cabbage soup. So I put in my chicken and I'm gonna let this boil before adding the other ingredients. Okay, so now my chicken is cooking. I'm gonna add in some carrots, a shallot, and some garlic to my water. Also, I have my Napa cabbage that I'm using to make my cabbage soup, and I've cut these into big chunks of cabbage because I really want to have bite size when I'm drinking my soup. So I'm going to put these in. So now I'm going to cover this and let it cook down. Okay, the cabbage is going to cook down, meaning that it's going to shrink, and then I'll be able to add my spur tree Jamaican pumpkin flavor soup mix. Okay, and that should be all the seasoning I need for today in my soup. So now I'm adding my pumpkin soup mix. And this should give it all the flavor it needs. My cabbage soup, very light, just carrots and cabbage and chicken. Very light soup, and it's a plus to have with your meal. It helps the digestion to go smoothly and rather quickly. Okay, especially when you're having rice. So I'm going to let my soup cook for say another 10 minutes, and then it's done. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my ingredients ready for my mango salad. Okay guys, so now we're ready to make our mango salad. So here I have some yellow peppers, green peppers, tomatoes, basil, garlic, parsley, scotch bonnet pepper, red pepper, and red onions. And over here I have my mango. One mango, I just take the two sides of one mango and cut it up into diced pieces. So here I'm going to throw in my veggies into my dish. I'm making a mess. Then I have to clean this up, all because I'm using one hand to hold my camera and the other hand to hold my ingredients. So here's my mango. Okay, so now I have all my ingredients, well except for just a little bit of Badia complete seasoning. Just want to sprinkle just a little bit, that much on my lid, and now I'm going to shake this up. And pretty much that's it for your mango salad. It's a nice complement to your fried chicken, shrimp, anything like that. Let's take a look. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. Look at those colors. So vibrant, right? So wow, the smell. Wow. The smell from that red onion and that scotch bonnet pepper. It's ridiculous. It smells so good. Wow. Alright, so my mango salad is ready, my chicken is ready, my rice is ready, my soup, my cabbage soup is ready. So now my last dish is my chickpeas. Okay, my chickpeas, and I'm going to make that real quick. So here's our skillet on the stove. We've added some oil. Now we're gonna throw in some red onions, some parsley, some garlic. So now I'm gonna throw in my chickpeas. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And a little dash of Badia seasoning. You can use any seasoning that you want. I love to use the Badia seasoning because it only has 60 grams of sodium per teaspoon. So I prefer to use the Badia seasoning because of less sodium. If you notice that most of my dish, or all of my dishes so far, I've used the Badia seasoning. If not, I use sea salt. I'm very conscious of sodium. Okay, so my chickpeas about done. And the shallots, red onion, garlic give the chickpea a nice flavor. So I know for a lot of Jamaicans who love to make rice and beans on a Sunday or whichever day of the week. But if you don't want to do rice and beans, you can always have the chickpea on the side with some steamed rice. Okay? So guys, here is my finished product. As you can see, my mango salad, my chickpeas, my colored rice, that's colored green rice, and my fried chicken strips. And here is that little leftover. Remember what I did with my egg? I whipped together my egg after dipping my chicken along with the flour, and I made it into a little fritters. I thought it would come out to be like a little egg ball, but it ended up turning out into a little fritters, or a little dumpling, should I say. So here's my end product, guys. My collard green rice, my chickpeas, my mango salad, my little egg dumpling, and my fried chicken strips. Look how colorful and delicious it looks, and it smells great. Guys, if you enjoyed watching my video, I'm asking you please to subscribe if you want to see more of my content, share so someone else can enjoy the recipe, give this video a thumbs up, and thank you again for watching your girl Lala.